Neuroelastic Training Exercise Program. Hi, my name is Doug. I've been a physical therapist for 30 years and I specialize in helping people with balance problems learn to walk again. This video is going to be a complete exercise program for someone to follow along with. I call it the Neuroelastic Exercise Program. It's a great way to improve your balance, resist falls, and make yourself more stable. Each exercise is going to last 30 to 60 seconds. You're going to only need two things to do these exercises. You'll need a sturdy chair and either a cushion or a pillow or a couch cushion, something that you can sit on top of. That's the only equipment you'll need from today. I'm going to show you each exercise. You're going to try to do each exercise along with me. And while I do the exercises, I'm going to try to explain each one and give you all the details so that you can do them in a way that's going to help you the most. Okay, let's get started. Here's our first exercise. It's called weight shifts. You're going to grab the back of your chair and you're going to shift your weight from left to right. Now, as you shift your weight, you'll notice that I'm lifting my feet up off the ground. So my foot is actually clearing the ground. And as I do that, the leg that I'm standing on, I'm making that leg stiff and I'm making the other leg stiff, so I kind of exaggerate that lift. And I'm going back and forth. Now, I'm not counting a certain number of times because these exercises are best done when you do them for a period of time rather than a number of repetitions. Balance exercises work best when you do them at least 1 minute and as many as 5 minutes to really get a benefit from it. So why is this exercise helpful? I'm actually teaching myself to shift my weight fully. When you look at older people that are having trouble with walking or people that have had neurologic injuries such as strokes, they tend not to shift their weight. They tend to shuffle when they walk. So practicing this, practicing shifting my body weight over the leg I'm standing on is a great way to improve my walking. Now, when I start off doing this, if you're having trouble with it, you want to grab this as much as you can. If you're not having as much trouble, you can let go with one hand or with both hands. So I'm just shifting back and forth. Okay. Now, my next exercise is a little bit harder. It's also a weight shift exercise and it's standing on one leg. Now to do this, I'm going to turn this to the side so you can see it better. To do this, you're going to stand facing the chair, lift one leg up, you're grabbing on with both hands, shift your weight over onto that leg, and then try to balance on one leg. This is the same as the previous exercise, but it's a little bit harder because you're trying to hold all your weight on one leg. Now, most of you are going to have trouble with that. When you let go, you're going to fall right back down on the other leg. So if you're doing that, the way you overcome that is shift more over that leg. So what you want to do, I'm going to turn so you can see me better. When I put one leg down, I'm putting my right leg down, watch how much I shift to the right side as I lift my leg up, and I haven't even let go of the chair. Then when I let go of the chair, I shift over even a little bit more. Most people that have trouble with this, they're not shifting. So you want to shift and then let go and try to hold it. Now, I'm holding it for about 5 seconds on each side. Ideally, the longer you can hold it, the more benefit. So if you can do 10 seconds, if you can do 15 seconds, if you could do 25 seconds, that's even better. Okay? Let go. I'm letting go, but you don't have to. You can hold on with one hand or no hands. These exercises often take weeks, if not months, of practicing them before you see a big difference, a significant difference. So don't be discouraged. You just want to try this every day. Okay. The next exercise, you're going to need your cushion and your chair. Put the cushion down right behind the chair. And you're going to step on the cushion with both feet. So I'm stepping onto the cushion with both feet. Now there's different levels to this exercise. If you're pretty good, you want to bring your feet close together. And then it's the same as the previous exercise. We're going to let go and try to balance without holding on. If you're struggling, you can keep both hands on there or just one hand. But try to let go for as long as you can. If it's really easy, I recommend moving your feet so they're more in a heel to toe position. That's even harder. Even I'm struggling with that. That's even a little bit harder because now my base of support is smaller, and so it's more of a balance challenge. So what I'm doing right now is I'm practicing balancing myself when my base of support is smaller. I'm also standing on a soft, this is actually a memory foam cushion, so it's got a lot of give, and it doesn't give me a good feeling of stability under my feet, so I'm struggling a little bit. If I'm doing heel to toe, I want to shift it around so that my other foot is in front, and I'm standing like that. Okay? Now, if you're really, really high level, instead of doing that, I recommend that you do this. Stand on one leg and balance. Now that's a challenge. Depends on how soft your cushion is. If your cushion is really soft and you sink in and you can kind of feel the ground, it's not as much of a challenge. My cushion's actually, it's a soft memory foam, but I'm certainly not in contact with the ground. So it's a struggle balancing on one foot. But a lot of you, it's going to look like this with both feet down, and you're just practicing standing on this. Okay. Now we're ready for our next exercise. And we're going to take our pillow and we're going to put the pillow on the chair. We're going to do a strengthening exercise. Strength is also an important part of balance. So we're going to sit down on this chair. I don't want to sit straight on the chair. I don't want to be all the way down that low, because what we're going to do is we're going to do something called a pillow squat. We're going to come up and down using the pillow to kind of bring us up a little ways. And I'll explain more in a second, but this is how it looks. If you're at a high level, you cross your arms across your chest, bend forward and come on up. Then sit back down. Don't come all the way down, just sort of touch, then come up again. All right. That's if someone is at a pretty, good level of fitness and at an advanced level, I would have you do that. So keep doing that the whole time I'm talking. Let me show you how to modify it if you're having trouble. You can do this, push off, and stand up. That's a very good exercise if you're having trouble. Now, if you're really struggling, then you want to have more than one pillow. It's fine to have two pillows. I just put one down. If you want to go with no pillow, you can, but you want to be sure that you're doing enough repetitions. A lot of people tell me they don't need the pillow, but they can only do 4 or 5 repetitions. You want to be able to do at least 10 of these for this to be beneficial. And I'm doing this as you're following along. Hopefully I'm taking long enough to do it to give everyone a chance just to do at least 4 or 5 of these. Even if you're pushing off, you're getting a lot of benefit. This works your quadricep muscles, your hamstring muscles, and your butt muscles. It basically works all the muscles that you use when you walk, when you're standing, and when you're going upstairs. Okay, so now we're going to do our next exercise. And you'll notice with these, I'm mixing strength and balance together. So some of these are strength exercises, and some of these are balance exercises. So now we're going to do another strength one. Okay, we're going to raise up and down on our heels. So we're going to raise up tall, high as we can go, and back down. High as we can go and back down. Now, if you're following along and you can't do it, you're not alone. I would say 1/3 of the patients that I work with can't do this. Here's what I tell them, and I'm going to tell you too. Try to raise as much as possible, even if your heel doesn't come off the ground. Even if it doesn't come off the ground, it's still an isometric exercise, and we know that can help improve your strength. If you need to cheat, you can cheat by swinging forward. The more you swing your body forward, the easier it is. You can even push on the chair a little bit to get yourself up. But if you're doing well with it, let go and do it as not only a strength exercise, but a balance exercise. Now, a lot of times I'm asked, how much does strength play a role in balance? They look at someone who's having trouble walking or balancing and they think, well, that person's weak. Studies that I've read and all the research that I've looked at tells me that strength, while important, is not the main factor in balance. It's not the thing that's preventing people from balancing. It's certainly not the thing that if they're weak, that's what's causing them to fall. Generally, people fall because they're not used to challenging their balance. They've stopped challenging their balance. So doing something like this without holding on, it is a challenge. It's not easy, and practicing it makes it, I get accustomed to it. My brain kind of remembers how to balance myself because I'm kind of shifting my weight forward as I go up. And when I stand on my tippy toes, my base of support is really small. I can make that even harder by bringing my feet close together. Okay. Now we're going to get to some balance exercises. All right. The next exercise we're going to do is called sidestepping. So to do sidestepping, it looks just like this. Really going to step to the side, but stay within the range of the chair. I'm going to take one big step this side and one big step to that side. One big step to this side and one big step to that side. It's okay if you're at a lower level, hold on. Notice my feet are leaving the ground. I'm not sliding my leg. I'm not shuffling. I'm actually picking my leg up and stepping over, as if I'm stepping over something. Now, if you're looking at this and you're saying, you know, this is too easy for me, I'm at a higher level, no problem. Take your cushion, put it down on the ground, and step over your cushion. It's not a lot harder. And if you do that without holding on, I mean, I can do it, but it's not easy. But for most of you, you're going to just be still doing this just like this. And while I'm talking and showing all the different ways to do it, I hope you at home are just continuing to try to do the exercise, because I'm trying to time each one of these so you do them for long enough. Okay, that's enough of that one. Okay, we're going to go back and try another strength exercise. This time we're going to work our hamstrings. This very simple exercise, very straightforward. We're just going to bend our knee up behind you like you're trying to kick yourself in the behind, which I know I need from time to time, and I'm sure you do too. But I like to think of it that way because that way I get my heel going in the right direction. Now, certainly thinking about my patients, many of them, they're going to look more like this, barely getting their heel off the ground. Some of my stroke patients, they're not even going to hardly move their leg, and that's fine. If you're one of those people that this is incredibly difficult, there is a great benefit to doing these as an isometric exercise. Simply shift your weight and try to bend your knee even if there's no movement, but keep doing it. Don't stop just because you're not moving your leg. But if you're finding this to be really easy, not challenging, let go. And it's not only a strength exercise now, it's also a balance exercise, because I'm standing on one leg and I'm throwing my body weight behind me a little bit while I do this. Okay. Okay, now we're going to try another exercise. In this one, I'm going to push the chair out just a little ways and make sure my microphone's not in my way. We're going to try heel to toe walking. So to do heel to toe walking, we're going to put one foot in front of the other and walk heel to toe forward, and then turn around and walk heel to toe, basically 2 steps in the other direction. I've got my chair next to me. If I'm struggling, I'm going to hang on to the chair the whole time, like this. Right? And this turn, keep turning towards the chair, by the way, not away from the chair. And I'm really trying to touch one foot in front of the other. I'm touching my heel to the toe of the foot. So 1, 2, 3 steps, turn. 1, 2, 3 steps. So you're just going to keep going. 1, 2, 3, and then turn. And then 1, 2, 3, and then turn. Those of you that are having less trouble can do it without holding on at all. Okay? If you're having trouble, you definitely want to hold on the whole time. It's really up to you and whatever level that you're at. Now, we have one more exercise to this routine. And I'm going to put this pillow down in front of me. I'm going to face this way this time when I do this. And this is called tapping. So I have the chair next to me in case I need it. I'm going to tap my foot and just touch my toe to the cushion in front of me. Okay, now you notice I'm going back and forth. If I'm having no trouble with this, I can do it with my hands out to the side. A lot of people are going to struggle with this. You notice my pace is kind of slow, and I'm shifting all my weight onto one leg, tapping my foot, and then all the weight onto the other leg. Okay. Now, you may wonder with all of these exercises, how is this beneficial for me? Anyone that's having trouble with their balance, anyone that's falling, anyone that feels unsteady, all the exercises I just gave you are all things that are very effective for all of the clients I've seen in the 30 years I've been in practice. These are the things that really work. So a mix of strength and balance challenge. This program that I just showed you is about a 15-minute program. If you like this, I'm going to try to do more exercise programs like this that people can follow along. But this was really my first try, so we can call this the neuroelastic first attempt. Okay, and that's it. So that's the end of our workout. I hope you join me again. I'll definitely be doing more of these and hopefully get a little bit better at filming them. But I really hope that you found this helpful. Thanks.